Hi guys, so we're going to be doing more studying and book talk. So tonight's subject is binding, protection, and the evil eye, and also other forms of protection. So you can use pine, you can use the pentacle, and a fun tutorial I want to do tonight is henna. We're going to talk about henna and things you can either draw out, tattoo on yourself, or you can carve it on wood carving. So let me, there's Orris Root Protection, and this is the book, the Encyclopedia of 5,000 Spells we're going to be going over. So as far as binding, now what you can do is you can bind anybody to you. You can bind whatever you want. Money, I bind money to me so I never have to go without. You can bind your pets to you so they don't stray and they stay with you in this life and in the next. You can bind family members that you and your family are always close, and you can bind a person. And you can also, write a petition. So what you would do is you would write what you want to bind and you turn it to the right because you want to call into you. You're manifesting. You can put your name, sign your name 3 times with your date of birth, and then fold it towards you and anoint it with some oils. You can stick it under a candle. You can burn it and spread out the ashes or bury it outside. Or you could also stick it in the freezer, kind of like a freezer spell. So that's how you bind. Now, for the Orris Root protection, personal protection, you make an infusion by pouring boiling water, and you can do the same with mandrake root. By pouring boiling water over sliced or ground orris root and add the strained liquid to your bath, or just put it in your jar of salt and herbs. You can take a matchbox, like I did, and you open it, even with the matches still inside, or empty, it doesn't matter if it's empty or full, and you put in, this is the matchbox spell, in the protection spell section, page 913. Blend cayenne pepper with flaxseed and place within a matchbox. Hide the matchbox within the home to prevent the entry of evil. More than one matchbox may be created and then secreted in different spots for optimum protection. You can use iron. You can use jade, juniper berries, conjure bags. You can also take iron and heat it up really hot and put it in water and use that water, and you dump it outside of your home, the entry points. Okay, you can use rue. So let me bookmark this spot so we don't lose it. So rue is very good. You can carry it on you or in a mojo bag, on your clothing, and it's a discreet version. And then the rue bath, you mash up rue and same thing, put it in your salt, your apothecary. You can use a mirror charm. And then for the henna, you can do the horn charm, aka cornucopia, and you put sage in it, which I did. I put some primrose in it as an offering to the elementals, and there's other herbs in here as well, so you can leave that out or carry it with you. It's hard to carry it with you because the opening is open, but if you have a larger horn and it has like a top, a lid, you can sprinkle, like I said, black salt or salt that's been, regular salt that's been anointed specifically for its purpose, protection. You can do that. But the point is that you're setting up protection measurements in place. So henna right here. Amulets are left at home, lost, forgotten, or given to others as emergency protection. Permanent amulets that can't be lost create one option. One of the most primary reasons for tattooing is the creation of such a permanent amulet. So once upon a time, and sometimes still throughout Africa and Asia, women's faces were tattooed with blue dot downward facing triangles and or a series of 5 dots representing the protective energy of the human anatomy. North African tattoo designs were particularly intricate, each detail filled with symbolic value. After the Islamic conquest, Berber women were forbidden their traditional tattoos. So that the shapes would not be forgotten, the woman turned to henna. Henna itself is an extremely potent enemy of the evil eye. Even carrying the powder in an amulet bag repels the eye. However, its power is magnified when combined with anti-evil eye imagery. Is magnified. So I'm wearing the evil eye right here, so it would be magnified. So I'm going to take my magical scissors, and we're going to open one of the slits. Now these are the different colors. This is the golden, or the brown, and then this is the gold, which this one looks like it's already been opened, so we'll try to use this one. I don't know how good it is. It was from a couple summers ago, so we'll see. And I do have some henna powder, but it's green, so you could make a paste. So anyway, the point of this being, so the designs you want to make are downward facing triangles, dots grouped together in a series of 5, pentagons, eyes, especially an eye inside a triangle. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to do one. I don't know where I could do one. I guess on my leg or something, just to show you guys, or on my arm. So let's see if it works first. Let's see if it's still good. Okay, yep. And you leave this on your skin for a little while, long enough to the color to come and appear. So we're going to do an eye first and then the triangle, which would be just a regular triangle inside a triangle. So I don't know if this is going to work. Let me put it on my candle. Might have to open the other one. But I just wanted to show you guys a tutorial. Where's my scissors? Day after day. And this does stain clothes and things, so I would be careful with where and how you're applying this. And you basically roll it so it rolls down like that. But they're like, oh, okay. There's juice in there. I'm gonna make an eye. Okay, so we did the eye. I'll show you when I stand up. And do one more layer. Even black makeup, when you do your eyes, if you're a female, that's a good thing because black also represents for protection. Okay. So I'll show you what I did. It's not the best, but it's an eye inside a triangle. So that's an example you could do with henna art. Okay. Makeup spell, yeah. Outline the shape of your eyes in black. Genuine kohl is most powerful. K-O-H-L. Kind of like Kohl's, the clothing store. However, more conventional black eyeliner or modern kohl pencils also work. Bold red lipstick diverts the evil from vulnerable eyes toward the more aggressive, the teeth and mouth area. So yeah, the iron anti-evil eye spell, like I was explaining. Found nails, so find random nails. They can be rusty, it doesn't matter. They protect against the evil eye. If you find one, pick it up and carry it in a red conjure bag. Your Four Thieves oil is also good for protection. Four Corners dirt spell. This quick fix pan-Semitic spell is extremely effective for removing all types of the evil eye. Take dirt from the four corners of your home, mix it together, and throw it in a fire within the house shouting fiercely, "Get the hell out, evil eye." And then okay, home protection spell. Envious neighbors, too many passerby gazing at your house. This spell is particularly effective when undergoing construction work on a home. Attach a red ribbon to a hand of bananas and some rue. Add evil eye beads or a Simaruda, the Italian evil eye amulet, for maximum effect. The Simaruda is usually crafted from silver or a silver-colored metal. And has evolved into a complex, fabulous amulet. Hang outside the house until the bananas are completely rotten. Burn or bury everything. Do not bring within the home. Repeat as needed. Okay, we went over the horn charm spell. Fill a horn or cornucopia. Wear it or situate it strategically. We have eye bright, evil eye repellent. That's a type of herb. The dark spot in the center of the eye bright flower is often interpreted as an eye. Grow the flower around your home to repel the eye. And then we also have evil eye removal, number 6, the egg and oil. Fill a dish with olive oil and reserve. Rub the body from head to toe using downward, outward motion with 5 whole raw eggs, which is kind of a lot, but 5 is the number of like stopping its conflict change. Use one egg at a time. After each turn, place the used egg in the oil. When all the eggs are in the bowl, sprinkle them with cayenne pepper and ground cinnamon. Insert cotton wicks into the oil and burn the oil. And also, if you have the floating wicks, that's really good. I know a good author where I got this idea was from White Raven. It's called like Reversal Magic by Jason Miller and Protection Magic. And he actually goes over that in his book. Right here. I believe I haven't found it yet, but I did get the abracadabra spell from him. The reversing hand. I made this eucalyptus leaves, salt, and crab shells carried in a red bag will reverse spells and harm back upon the sender. And that's on page 71 in his book. Another thing to... Okay, so another thing I want to go over is an egg cleanse removal. So pass an egg around the afflicted person 3 times, muttering blessings, sacred texts, and defiance toward the eye. Take the egg outside, ideally off your property, and smash it on the ground. Check for signs of blood. If any appear, continued magical action is needed. If there is, so what you do, you dump it in like a cup of water. And if you have a lot of bubbles, that's the evil eye. If you have a lot of strings coming up to the surface, I don't think that's normally bad. It's just if you have like bubbles or if there's blood in it and stuff like that, or if it floats. So it's supposed to sink. So what you do is the same thing. You take cayenne pepper and other herbs and you put it in the water and you stir it counterclockwise and you say, I return anything dark and negative back to the sender, and then you dump it down the toilet. So that's one egg cleanse removal technique. Evil eye oil. So you can draw a blue eye on a white plate using indigo or blue food coloring. Fill a dish with Van Van oil, which I have Van Van oil made. If you want to purchase some on my Etsy shop. My Etsy name is the same name as on here, all one word, or the links in my description. Using water, rinse the blue eye off the plate into the Van Van. Rub the resulting concoction into your hands and the soles of your feet daily for 7 consecutive days. For best results, Accompany with the recitations of solemn and or other sacred texts. Okay, evil eye removal spells. A typical evil eye removal spell involves one person holding something in their hand, which is then passed around the victim's head 3 times. The substance held in the hand must be magnetic and absorbent. So Tektite is a good one that clears the energy of you. Maybe like lotus, shugnite, lotus stone, hematite. The substance serves as an evil eye magnet. It pulls the evil eye off the victim. Because it is absorbent, the evil eye goes into the substance. The substance is then usually immediately thrown into a fire, destroying the evil eye and its capacity to harm. This ritual can be in response to an attack of the evil eye, suspicion of attack, or even just a nightly precautionary method. The person doing the removal versus the target of the spell. The victim of the eye magically concentrates and focuses on removing the evil eye and blessing and protecting the victim. The spell may be accompanied by murmuring blessings, sacred texts, and or defiant comments towards the evil eye. Although the spell may work, even if done mechanically, it lacks the potency and blessing quality of a consciously empowered spell. So you can use cloves. The cure takes 9 cloves in the right hand and passes them over and around the target of the eye's head. Light a candle. This is a traditional Italian spell, and the recommendation is for a church candle, but adapt this to your needs. Insert a needle through the head of 1 clove and then insert it into the candle flame to ignite it. So insert a needle through the head of a clove and insert it into the candle flame to ignite it. Okay. Use the burning clove to make the sign of the cross over the afflicted person. Chant, 3 saw you, 3 bewitched you. From your mother you were born. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, all evil away. Okay. Pagans may easily substitute the triple goddess for the Christian Trinity. Alternatively, Selene, Artemis, and Hecate, or the Irish warriors, the Morrigan, are very suitable. Drop the burned out clove in a glass of cold water. Repeat with another clove. If a clove bursts, this is an indication that the person has been hit by the evil eye. If the person flinches from the snapping sound, then the spell has been broken. It's the departing evil that caused the involuntary motion. If no cloves snap, there is no evil eye influence. Any alignment stems from other causes. The entire ritual may end now. If the clove that snaps is the 9th and last one, 3 more cloves must be burned. If the last or third or last clove snaps, repeat with another series of 3 cloves. Repeat until the last clove does not snap. The victim now takes 3 sips from the glass of water containing the burned out cloves, drinking each sip from a different spot of the glass's rim. Facing the victim, the cure dips his or her fingers into the glass and shakes the water in all directions. This must be repeated twice more for a total series of 3. The cure dips his or her fingers into the water again and now forms the cross on the victim's forehead and 3 more on the back of the neck. So that's a more longer one with cloves. Coconut reversal. Carry a coconut to your front door, hold it in your hands, and visualize the forces of evil plaguing you passing from your body out of your hands and into the coconut. Visualize the coconut's eye as the evil eye and the coconut head grinning at you. When you're ready, open the door, drop kick or place the coconut on the floor and kick it out on the street, yelling aggressively, "Get the hell out," or something stronger. So get the hell out. Go inside and immediately perform cleansing and protective ritual for yourself. This may also be used to reverse any kind of malevolent spell. And then there was a disarm yourself evil eye. Number 1. Are you afraid that you are sending the evil eye? To disarm, unroll 1 cigarette, sprinkle the tobacco onto freshly lit charcoal. Stand over this incense or waft it toward you with your hands or a fan so that the smoke creates a fumigation for you. Repeat as needed. So tobacco. And I wanted to say, I feel like there's another one I'm strongly forgetting. Oh yeah, the lemon one to send it back. So you pierce a lemon with 9 nails. I think it's up here on the other. And the protection spells 911 page. Okay, so there's juniper protection. Hang juniper berries over doors and windows to guard against malevolent magic. There's also a lot of herbs you can do that with too. I know violets are good. There's a lot of different herbs that have very good protection properties. Rosemary, elderberry, roses. Okay, guardian spirits, La Santa Muerte. Okay, so there's something you can say for her. And blend white rice, rosemary, and red rose petals in a bowl before an image of her, Santa Muerte. Place a white candle in the bowl and burn it. Praying and petitioning Santa Muerte. Bury most of the remnants, but keep a sampling of auspicious appearing pieces of wax in a red conjure bag. Hand of power spell. Create a talisman on parchment or a sheet of copper. Form it in the shape of a hand with an eye in the center. A bit of yellow sulfur may be used for the eye. Inscribe the protective runes or sacred verses. Carry, post, or give to someone in need. So that's a good one. So the Humshoe hand. Okay, we have hemlock protection. I have a hemlock tree. They're poisonous, but they're good for protection. Allegedly, hemlock carried in a red charm bag protects from all evil, but be careful, it's poisonous. Okay, so I was gonna say there's herbs that all you have to do, like rue, is carry it on you and it protects you as well. Garlic protection wreath, grease protection, guardian animal, animal spell for a dog. Dogs provide magical protection as well as the mundane type. This protective spell benefits an entire community. Create paper dogs so that you are ready to cast the spell on the 5th day of the 5th month. Of the Chinese lunar calendar, coinciding with Midsummer's Eve. Charge them with their mission and throw them into living waters, rivers, lakes, springs, so that they'll bite and incapacitate any evil attempting to emerge. So the paper dogs. So what do we have? The garlic protection wreath. Create a wreath from at least 1 dozen garlic bulbs. Decorate it with lotus stone, pieces of freshly cut aloe vera. That's another one. Votive imagery. Cactuses absorb negative energy. Votive imagery, charms, iron beads, and packets filled with salt, mustard seed, and grains of paradise. Hang strategically to radiate magical protective power. So that's a good one. All right, what do we got? Graveyard dirt protection. Okay, so graveyard dirt protection. Clearly and explicitly write your desire for protection onto a piece of paper, then burn it, reserving the ashes. Place these ashes in a conjure bag together with aspatita, bones, nail parings, and graveyard dirt. Wear it around your neck to ward off illness, malevolent spirits, and spells. Or just have it with you at all times. 5-finger grass spell. And there's a geranium, also is a very good herb to grow. The red geraniums, honeysuckle by your home, bay leaf laurel trees, place them inside the home for protection, or you can do them outside. It's said though from the Scott Cunningham book to keep them inside, so I do have those. But geranium is a very good protective plant. 5-finger grass spell called Cinquefoil. 5-finger grass Cinquefoil, a very close relative of Tormentil, is to protection what 4-leaf clover is to luck. Search for a perfect 5-leaf specimen. Place it between tissue paper and press the fresh plant between the bags or the pages of a sacred text. When completely dry and preserved, carry it with you in an amulet bag. That's another one. 4-leaf clover is a good one to carry. You can actually get them in charms, so I have one, so you can get those as well. You can make the square adder, the rotor, and the abracadabra you can make. All right, let's see. What else do we got here for you guys? Fairy Whelp of Protection spell, extra strength mojo. Okay, so I have some of that oil made. Dragon's Tears spell. Carry Dragon's Tears in a red charm bag to ward off evil and spiritual danger. I don't know what that is. Dragon's Tears. Doorstep spell, Salt Cross. Using sea salt or black salt, form the shape of a cross over your doorstep. Understand the symbol, however, it provides a sense of security for you. The cross symbolism derives from pre-Christian metaphysical geometry. Salt's protective capacities are radiant in all possible directions. If you are uncomfortable using the cross shape, substitute triangles, diamonds, or crescents instead. That's a good one. Doorstep spell rice. Fill an open jar with raw white rice. Place the jar by the entrance door for protection. I'm sure you could use black rice. I have black rice. So place it by the entrance door for protection. Rice doesn't repel evil, it absorbs it. Replace with fresh raw rice weekly. Do not bring the old rice back into your home. Do not cook it. Dispose of it outside the home, whether by burning, throwing away, or scattering on the earth. So that's another one. Doorstep red spell, red brick dust is another good one. You take a red brick and you grind it down into powder. Red brick dust protects against malevolent magic and repels evil of all kinds. And also, you can keep a piece of it or a brick and you can write on it, this is like hoodoo, what you want to get rid of, or if you want to hex somebody or curse somebody, you could write down their name, their date of birth, and what you want to happen to them, and you throw it in water, and the water naturally swells it up and it disintegrates it. So that's kind of what happens to your enemy. Or you can write down bad habits that you want to. I learned this one from the Broken Prophet on YouTube. I learned this one from him. He does a lot of hoodoo. So yeah, but red brick dust. Smash an old brick with a hammer until sufficient dust is obtained. Add red brick dust to a bucket of floor wash and scrub the front steps and threshold area. There's a really good Chinese floor wash that's good too. That's got a lot of good herbs in it. Lemongrass. Scrub the front steps and threshold area. Sprinkle powdered red brick dust over the threshold daily before sunrise, which that you have to do daily, but you can make a floor wash and do it like once a week or have it saved in a spray bottle. Devil pods, door guardian number 4. I have blackthorn. You can use dill. You can use Alegba head. Feed him rum every Monday. Supplement with candy, cigars, and cigarettes, especially when he worked extra harder for you. So Alegba head. He's a deity. Represents Orisha Alegua. Guardian of the gates. Papa Legua determines who enters and who shall not pass. Papa Legua's head is formed from concrete with cowrie shell eyes and ears to keep watch over your property. Place Legua's head behind the door. Feed him rum every Monday. Okay, and then we have devil pods, which are black and they're pointy. I actually have some of those. You can get those from whiteravenwitcheslayer.com, and she sells a pack of 5 for like $5. Depending on the way that it's held, the dried seed pod, Trappa bicornis, the devil's pod, less dramatically known as a ling nut, resembles Christian imagery of goat-headed Satan or Baphomet, the alleged idol of the Knights Templar. Use it to ward off evil and trouble, sort of like a nightclub's big bad bouncer, the arbiter at the door. Position the seed pod so that it resembles a goat's head. Held the other way, this charm resembles a bat and is used to draw good luck and good fortune. Hang it above the doorway, facing outward so it can perceive whatever approaches. Then we have dill. Allegedly, dill placed over the door prevents anyone who harbors hostile or envious feelings toward the home's inhabitants from entering that door, and besom brooms are good for that. So when you have a broom and you hang it with the bristle side up behind the door, that makes unwanted guests leave sooner. Unwelcome guests leave quicker. So we door guardian Alegba in disguise. Place a figure of the Holy Child of Achata a chacha behind the door in the same manner as Alugba's head, feeding the figure on Monday. The child may be understood as trickster Alugba wearing a mask. Rum is still appropriate, however, you may wish to skip the nicotine and give the watchful little boy extra candy and small toys instead. Foo dogs, gargoyles, and there's a gargoyle spell I want to share with you guys. I think it's from Voodoo Spellbook by Marie Vandu Vadun. So there's a lot of good spells in here as well. Gargoyle Guardian Incantation spell. So I'll go over this one with you guys on page 54. So you'll need a statue of a gargoyle. Usually you buy them in pairs, but if you just have one, that's fine. A white candle and a black piece of cloth or fabric, a small piece of amethyst crystal, which I said amethyst prevents people from getting plagues. So that's another good crystal for protection if you're going through any form of addiction. Gargoyle Guardian Incantation spell is a powerful voodoo. I like voodoo better than hoodoo, but okay, it doesn't matter. It's a powerful voodoo magic spell that calls upon the protection of stone gargoyles. Oh, and you're also going to need a handful of dried mugwort, a small amount of dragon's blood resin, a cauldron, and matches or a lighter. Set up your working space with all the necessary ingredients. Make sure the area is clean and free from any distractions. Light the white candle and place it in front of you. Take the black cloth and place the gargoyle statue on top of it. Sprinkle the mugwort and dragon's blood resin over the statue. Hold the amethyst crystal in your hand and recite the following incantation. Gargoyles of stone and power divine, protect the space with your ancient design. And I actually seen how I know this actually works because I did it. You don't even have to do this. You just hold your gargoyle and you can rub oil on its head, anoint it, and you can speak to it. Okay, I have two of them, a strawberry quartz and a bamboo jasper one. And that's the one I did it with. And I seen the shadow look like a gargoyle flying in my bedroom at night, like protecting. And it was actually bigger. It was about like this big flying, but the statue's that big. So that's how I know it works. So gargoyles of stone and power divine, protect the space with your ancient design. Let your presence be known, let your strength be felt. Guard the space and those within. Let no harm be dealt. So place the amethyst crystal on top of the gargoyle statue. Light the dried herbs on fire and let them burn in the cauldron or bowl. As the smoke rises, recite the following incantation. Smoke and flame, power of the divine, cleanse and protect this space, make it mine. Gargoyle guardians, heed my call, protect me from harm, protect me from all. Hold your hands over the gargoyle statue and visualize it coming to life, its stone body crackling with energy. Place the statue and amethyst crystal in a prominent location in your home or workspace, where it can act as a powerful protector. So I really like that one. There's a lot of spells in here. There's Spellbinding Kisses, which is all the love spells. Voodoo Watchman. We have Dark Magic Deterrent Spell, Necrotic Nullification Spell. Then we have Jinxes and Hexes category. We have the Evil Eye Charm, Banshee Barrier Spell, Dark Guardian Invocation Spell, Spirit Sentinel Invocation Spell, Ghostly Guardian Charm Spell, Vampire Bane's Blessing Spell, Enchanted Eye Protection Spell. So we'll go to that. It's page 59 and take a peek. A small bag made of red fabric, a pinch of salt, 3 bay leaves, 1 tablespoon of black pepper. Then it says, then it says at the beginning where it derived from, and then the ingredients you'll need. And then it says 1 teaspoon of dried rosemary, 1 teaspoon of thyme, teaspoon of basil, 1 piece of ginger root, piece of garlic, small piece of onion, and 1 small piece of lotus stone. And if you order my crystals, you'll be getting lotus stones and shugnite. Or shugnite, sorry. And other crystals you'll be getting per order. We have Curse Reversal Charm in here. So anyway, you take your ingredients, you light the black candle, place it in front of you. This will help ward off any negative energy during the spell. Take the small bag made of red fabric and place it in front of you. Add a pinch of salt to the bag, followed by 3 bay leaves. Next, add the black pepper, dried rosemary, dried thyme, and dried basil to the bag. Make sure to mix ingredients together thoroughly. Take the small piece of ginger root, garlic, and onion and place them in the bag. Finally, add the small piece of lotus stone to the bag. This will help to strengthen the spell to provide additional protection. You can also use black tourmaline, black obsidian, black onyx, black kyanite. This helps to strengthen the spell and provide more additional protection. Once all the ingredients are in the bag, close it tightly and hold it in your hands. Focus your mind on the bag and chant the following incantation. By the power of the spirits and the magic of voodoo, I call upon thee to protect my eyes from harm. Let no harm come to me, physically, emotionally, or spiritually. As I walk my path in this world, so chant the incantation 3 times while visualizing a white protective light surrounding your eyes. Saint Lucian, a Sicilian Italian saint, also works with evil eyes and eye stuff, eye ailments. Once you have completed the incantation, open your eyes and blow out the candle. Alright, so there's that for you guys. That's another good book. This is on Amazon. I got a couple other books. I got Total Darkness by Zach Crowley. And then I have The Book of Death by Zach Crowley, which is Aleister, I believe related to Aleister Crowley. So in here, he's got, I have that pillow case. Rituals, let's see what he has for protection. Knowledge of Stolas, stones, incense, elements, wood, runes, Ars Goetia, dark gods. Then there's a warning. Shattered equilibrium curse. Stygian seduction, dance of betrayal, circle casting, simple circle casting, elaborate circle casting ritual, trains of Chemosh, blistering nightmares, umbrail reckoning, infernal transcendence. All right, so we'll get back to, let's see how this one's set up. To win a court case, the Dark Mistress, Grave Song, to prevent secrets from being told, Wormwood cursing connotation, Abaddon's Horde, Wormwood is good, Sage is good for protection, Palo Santo, Yarrow. A lot of herbs are very good for protection. Love Potion number 9, Curse of Loneliness, Hex of Minor Inconvenience, Curse Removal, Curse Reversal, Wisdom of Stolas Enchantment, Fear of Chemosh, Thorned Rose Curse, Curse of the Anroy, The Devil's Vintage, and Tongue-Tied. And I have another book too by her, I believe. I may not actually. But another good one for Curses, Hexes, and Crossing is by S. Connolly. And these are very simple curses too. So, yes, I do right here. Marie Laveau. I showed you guys this one yesterday. This is a good one. To make a lost person return home. Candle magic, bottle spells, and container spells. The VVs, what they meant, the sigils. St. Anthony, he's a good one to work with. Father Père Antoine. Okay. The Birth of a Queen. So this is her backstory, introduction. This was her, I believe. And she's got a lot of good books or spells in that book. The first one I showed you, she's got a lot of good ones, good protection ones. And the original story where it originated from and how it was made and everything. So that's a good book. Okay, hawthorn, blackthorn, devil's bits, even the balls that fall off the trees and the prickly pointy ones in like southern states, those are good. Okay, crystal protection spell, black crystals. Black crystals are used to create a shield against evil and danger. Any black crystal absorbs anger, danger, evil, and malevolence. However, black tourmalines are believed to repel it. 888 page. Cleanse these crystals frequently so that their protective power is not hobbled but remains at full strength. Diesel flame spell. So add 4 thieves vinegar, sea salt, and 18 drops of essential oil of rosemary to a bucket of water. Wash the floors, woodwork, and windowsills, concentrating on thresholds and dark corners. So yesterday when I did my videos, guys, you don't know, but I stayed up looking more in this book, and I stayed up till 5 o'clock in the morning. So I didn't go to work today. I took 2 naps today, so yeah, I'm gonna go tomorrow. So yeah, this is a little bit. Black Kosh spell infusion. What's this? Protection. Make a strong infusion of black snake root. Sprinkle the liquid over thresholds to prevent the entry of malevolent spirits. I have both of those. I have snake root. I don't know if it's black snake root though, but I just got the Black Kosh. You can buy these capsules for $6.99 on Amazon. It's got the powder in it. Aloe vera protection is another good one. Mugwort, bay laurel protection. Place at least 1 bay leaf in each corner of every room to create an aura of protection. Bethany protection spell. Grind powder and sprinkle Bethany around the home to erect a magical shield of protection. Aloe vera protection spell. Aloe vera's leaves filled with healing, soothing gel are shaped like spears. Maintain living plants on your altar for spiritual protection, especially if working with volatile entities or dangerous spirits. Anti-bewitchment spell. This formula from ancient Mesopotamia to protect against malevolent magic is particularly beneficial if a future personal encounter with evil sorcery is anticipated. Choose 5 different stones, including a hematite and a lotus stone. The original Mesopotamia formula suggests different colored glass as well, but what they considered glass might not have been as sharp and jagged as what we call glass. Sea glass might work, or crushed Fianis. I don't know. Crush the rocks, blend olive and castor oil. Oh, and Jabba Jabba oil and castor oil is really good too for protection. So blend olive and castor oil and add essential oil of cypress. Let the mixture stand outside overnight, exposed to moon and starlight, absorbing their power. Simultaneously, there should be spiritual petition, magical ritual, and fasting to bolster the effects. At sunrise, massage the body with the oil. There's the Athena protection spell. Acacia spells. I have acacia oil. Place acacia twigs over the bed to ward off nocturnal spiritual dangers. And it says asperging isn't only for cleansing and purification. Infuse acacia twigs and leaves to make a magically protective infusion. Another good thing you can do is take berries, blackberries, raspberries, any type of berry, blueberry, their roots, and you hang them in the house. Like I have over the doorways and entryways. So I have those too, and I have the squares where you I have a tutorial in my short video. Check that out, and I'll teach you. It shows you how to make the squares. So, all right, guys. Number 5. Okay, it says the tips for successfully casting protection spells. Incorporate the following into spells as desired. Number 5. The number of fingers on each hand is the number most associated with the magical protection, as are the magic numbers 7 and 9. Colors red, black, and blue are the most colors associated with magical protection. And also the 5-pointed star. So that makes sense. Is there anything else? There's Papa Legba basic petition. There's a Legba doll you can make. And there's other things. Chicory root is a good one for protection. So we're going to get into the next chapter, or another chapter tomorrow. So every day I'm going to be doing this for you guys. Spirit summoning spell, summoning a person. Oh boy. Okra safety spell. Dry whole okra, pierce the dried vegetable, string onto red cord, and hang over the door to protect against malevolent bewitchment. Check out Magical Witch, Witch of Mushroom Forest. She has a Master Leonard protection spell that originated. He kind of taught her how to make that. So it's same thing with the garlic. I actually made that last year, and I hung that with the roots, the berry roots, blackberry plant roots, and thorns, anything with sharp thorns. Reflective, I hung a mirror on it too, so it reflects anything back. Some red and black for protection yarn. Alright guys, I'm going to leave it at that. So don't forget, you can use mugwort too. You can use just about any herb for protection. So if you need any more help with anything, or need to purchase my oils, need a remedy, or have a question, or need me to pray for somebody, also feel free to reach out to me. Alright, sending love and light. Take care. Stay blessed.